Muppet Commanders, welcome to another briefing. We have some topic to go over through and I expect you to be switched on, focused and follow the orders you will hear today. First topic. Everybody, you might have seen that the center has been done, the battlefield was cleared in the center and that the leading alliance, Schwenker, has successfully finished the task in conquering the central hub or the main base, so to say. What is happening right now is that the Schwenker wing, Schwenker 2, is currently replacing the center successfully from the main. This means that you, as a frontline warrior or commander, still don't have any space to move further towards the center. And this will not change for the next weeks as well, because Schwenker 2 needs to finish the center first. So what will happen now is that you need to focus on tunnel activation. We have 2 dedicated teams in the northwest and south for this, and shooting outposts. There are not enough bases anymore. The bases will respawn with a lower density and there is much more competition on the main front lines for base shooting. You will not be able to grow and get the necessary resources if you stay at the central front lines. You need to immediately retreat to the tunnels that have been assigned to you via mail through in the northwest through Belladine or in the south through myself. And speaking about tunnels, I think there is some clarification needed after me and Belladine needing to go to the high command in Phoenix and explaining to them why certain players have deactivated alliance-wide used tunnels through wrong placement, not listening to very simple commands and perhaps lacking the required know-how. So let me guide you again. Let me give you again some lessons you learned in your first week in not Starfleet Academy, but Command and Conquer Academy. So what you see here is a very simple high-tech visualization of the tunnel activation layout, so to say. So let me explain to you. If the green dot is the tunnel, everything within the yellow fields, including the blue fields, ignore the blue fields for now, is the area where a tunnel can be activated. If your offensive level is 6 level under the tunnel level or higher, so if a tunnel has a level 40, then your offensive must be level 34 if your base is within that tunnel area. If not, if you have a lower off than 6 level under the tunnel level, you will deactivate this tunnel. And that means that the entire group or alliance wanting to farm the outpost to keep growing, to keep moving forward, will not be able anymore, because outposts are only being spawned through tunnels. So again, if you see this and if you are below the required tunnel level, please stay outside the gray zone. You can still shoot the outpost and benefit without deactivating the tunnel. To make it a bit easier for you, in the south sector, we have a very realistic and practical case for this. So through our high-tech overlay of the fields, you can see that my base is one field next to the tunnel and is normally activating this tunnel. But because a lower offensive base was, until just 1 hour ago, within this area, the tunnel was deactivated and was not spawning outpost anymore. So now that the person has jumped away, the tunnel spawning will start again very soon. As you will see in the battlefield live recording through our spy satellite, X1553, just launched last year, by the way. It's a great project, so great, so beautiful. It's a wonderful satellite. We can now have live access to the battlefield situation, and we will see that this tunnel 40 here, let me zoom in a bit further. This tunnel 40 is activated through my offensive here, offensive base, which has a off level of 34 plus. So if you make the math, I need 34.0, I have 34.5 or 6 or something. So this tunnel is spawning outposts, which you can farm now. You can kill the outpost and get the resources without depending on bases that will be more rare and less dense in the coming weeks, or already are less dense and less available. At the same time, this level 39 tunnel is not spawning any bases right now because it is not conquered by us and because it was just deactivated by another person, Nipe, who friendly just jumped away recently. So hopefully this tunnel can spawn outpost again. I need to check if there is any other offensive, low-level offensive here that is deactivating these tunnels. So you see, it's a quite delicate work. And it's an important work because the entire alliance will rely on these outpost sources to keep growing, keep collecting resources, and simply shooting something. At the same time, Killer luckily is here, who has also a 34 plus level offensive, and Crazy CL will also jump nearby. So I think the outpost situation in the south will improve drastically very, very soon. At the same time, I kindly ask that everybody who is jumping around still in the south sector jumps back to the tunnel area. If your offensive is too low, simply sit at the outside skirt of this area so you can benefit from the outpost, but you do not influence the tunnels. Did you know that if you go to move bases, this is my second off, do you see how the tunnels turn red? That means that I will deactivate or influence negatively the output of these tunnels. At the same time, if I use my main off, which has high enough tunnels, a high enough offensive base, the tunnels are green, which means great, your offensive capabilities are activating these tunnels. If I move to the level 41 tunnel here, you see how it turns red, because I need a higher offensive level to activate this tunnel. But right now we focus on this tree. 1 level 40, 2 level 40, and 1 level 39. So if you have your two senses of brain and your two neurons together in your head, you can, with a simple red and green color scheme, see if your jumping will influence a tunnel. If so, and if the tunnels are part of our farming area, which in this case is the case, you will jump around, you will not influence the tunnels. If you need to pass through, you will not influence active farming area for the alliance. If one person jumps in here with a too low off, everybody in our farming area is negatively affected. One person can ruin the day of 10, 20 people. Don't do that. Use your two neurons, 2 cents, and in the worst case, ask me or Belladine or anybody in the chat who is available. So much for tunnels. I really hope I don't have to explain this again. I cannot do this, make this easier. One of the main reasons why the farming area and the tunnels are so important is our current ranking. We can only grow and grow faster if you focus now on shooting outposts. If your off is high enough, you just need 1 to 2 runs to shoot a level 38 or 39 outpost at this stage. If your off level is not high enough, you can easily do it within 5 runs perhaps, or 4 runs. Imagine this, why activating the tunnels and shooting the outpost is so important. An outpost has maybe 20% less approximately resources than the same level base. But the defense is only 30-40% of that of a base. It's much weaker. So you can, with less investment of CP and rep time, get easily more resources out than even compared to bases. But you need to shoot smart, you should not waste your rep time, you should not waste your CPs, and stop shooting camps, guys. If you shoot a camp, you basically accept that you will, right now at this stage, you accept that you're not a good player. Finish. End of story. If you like it or not. We want to not take it too serious, but we want to at least be competitive. So please stop shooting camps. Start activating the tunnels. If you don't activate the tunnel, jump outside of the tunnel range ASAP and shoot outposts. You know what the good thing with outpost is? Quantity. As soon as you shoot one, another one pops up. There is always enough supplies. You know you don't have this with bases. If you shoot a base, it's gone for a while. And with less density, maybe in a week or 10 days, there is just somewhere another base popping up. Yeah, it's not enough to maintain our growth and our resource hunger for the alliance. So much for that. There is not much more to say. We are currently in the transition phase to get some POIs from Schwenker 2. I think that will be a nice boost very, very soon as well. And at the meantime, still, activity is the main issue. Stay active, guys. Come on, we have invested so much time and energy in this world. Let us close this world, finish this world, and then move to another world that will open sooner or later together, or whoever wants to be part of this. Please check the forum. I have created a sign up page where you can provide us your email and whether or not you're interested in joining another world. So in case there is anything happening, we can send you an email. Hey, we start this world in 10 days if you want to join in. So you're up in the loop. Don't be worried, we will not sell you anything. I might just leak your, I have to provide our Central Global Defense Initiative Intelligence Service your contact details. So in case there is any issue, you know, it's just bureaucracy, you know how it is. Philadelphia has changed a lot since Kane has returned and is starting his crazy Tiberium mumbo jumbo. But it's another story here. Let's focus here on this world. Let's finish this off, and then we figure a way out how to save the world. All right, so much for that. I wish you a great day. I hope you will stay healthy and you will listen to the orders, please. Yeah. By the way, I forgot to tell. Did I not? Let me give some attention to certain players. My dear friend. Where is it? Let me find here. Suze and Jen Shadow. I would be very, very happy and pleased, and the whole alliance would really appreciate it if you could move your beautiful offensive bases down to the tunnels where you can help activating the tunnels so the entire alliance can benefit from it, like I did, like Crazy did, like Killer did, and so on. Up here in the center area, there is nothing anymore. You can shoot camps if you're happy with camps. There is no base spawning here. There is high competition, and this will be a stagnant situation for weeks and months now. So please come back, let us grow together and prepare ourselves for the next steps. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.